Hello, welcome to my live chat. Uh, yes, welcome. Come right on in. Um, have a seat. Um, this is live today. I'm talking about a couple of experiences that I mainly or have experienced. And so a very few people actually have experienced what I'm speaking about today. So if you have not experienced this, you may not can apply uh, solutions or a resolution to your situation. But this is something that I actually are still yet experiencing. And so, okay. So what I'm experiencing, I want to just come and sit. I don't know how long I'm going to sit here and how long it's going to be. I just want to talk about my experience and what I'm actually going through or actually feeling. And so, um, after experiencing this thing for about 4 years, going on 4 years, 3 to 4 years that I'm experiencing this, um, I'm really asking the question, are you going through the same thing? Not everyone or everybody is going through this thing. But if this touches you, you can relate to what I'm talking about. And so I'm glad that I'm going live because I can take my time. I can take my time and actually speak on what I want to speak on and say some stuff that I've experienced. So, and then I had the opportunity to analyze what I'm going through. I have analyzed it and I have researched it and actually, uh, your PCP wants you to go and visit someone else. Hello, hello, William. Hi, Grandma. Hi. Okay. Thank you for that. I don't even know you, and the way you feel about me, I feel about you too. You are such a good person. That's what you're saying about me. I feel the same way about you because from one good person to the other, some things you can't say unless you are a good person. And is that Emerson? I think you too are a good person. So I say hello to you today too. And so, what I'm speaking about and talking about today, thank you. I'm returning the love right back at you. Right back at you. So, I'm just coming, sitting, talking about what I experienced. I'm talking to other people. They say, "Get to the point, get to the point," but there's no rush. This is not a rush thing. People want to really understand what you're saying, what are you talking about, and who it could help, and who it might affect, and who can relate. You know, uh, with the experiences or experience that I'm having or going through. So, I thank God, first of all and foremost, that there is a platform that exists like this that one can come and talk about whatever. Thank you so much, Emerson. I'm going to take my time. Because once I bring it and put it together, you're going to say, it's something in that thing that others can hear and others might can relate to it. So I just want to take my time and explain to you just what it is. It's sort of mystifying, it's sort of unbelievable, and it's like maybe one, two people might have experienced this thing, and they're saying, me too. I never can put it together, but I couldn't put it together. But yeah, that's what it was. That's what it is. So, by the grace of God Almighty, I thank Him for this day. I thank Him for you all, for the people who is coming to listen and say, lady, you mean something to me, to the world, to us. And the ones who have come and said, you mean something to me, to hear me out. So I'm going to get there. I mean, I'm not in a rush. I mean, I can talk for 2 hours or I can talk an hour, but I want to explain and express to you just what I'm saying. Because what I experienced, it's been happening to me for 4 years. And, I have my PCP who cares about me and concerned about me. She said, I'm going to refer you to so-and-so, and I want you to go and talk and be with and say, she really didn't express it like that, but she gave me a referral, wanting to give me a referral. And I said, you know what? Someone else greater than myself needs to hear this. And I don't need to go behind closed doors. I don't want to go behind closed doors and be secretive. I don't want to be secretive anymore. I mean, I want to express myself. I want to say what I want to say. But guess what? I'm saying all in good taste. I'm not going to be negative about it. I'm trying to be upbeat and positive about it. But I want to express myself and say what I'm feeling. This is not a rush thing. See, because feelings don't happen to you overnight. Some do and some don't. And this is something that don't happen overnight, but it's something that I have experienced for 4 years. That is very hard for someone to relate to. Hello? Yes. Run. Cheyenne? Hi. So I want you all to just come in and sit and listen. And so what I've experienced, and in this experience, it made me. Can you believe this? I am retired, and what I experienced, it made me go and research it. Like I really had to, look this up. I had to find out what's happening, what's up, and I did that. I went and researched it. I've given it my time. I've taken time out to research this thing, what I was going through. I don't have time to go to every physician that I'm referred to. I don't have time to go back on another Monday or another Tuesday or another. I don't have that kind of time, to the fact that it takes out of my day. It takes out of what I want to do. So I did. I take my time out and I researched it. And I mean, I had a load of paperwork written up this much that I done written down, and I done looked up, and I done studied, and this is my own doing. This is my own doing, and I want to know what is happening to me, what is going on, why I'm feeling this way. All the you wouldn't believe all the stinging and all the burning. What about burning? What is this? It hurts. When you get older, your body is going to ache. Hey, that's quite understandable. But yeah, with all the burning and aching, and I'm saying, what is happening to me? Is this the way you feel when you get to be 70? Is this the way it's going to be at 70? And so it hurts. The pain, the stinging, the burning, it hurts. And you're saying, well, And so getting up every day in this, you know, in this stress of pain, and you carry out your day doing what you have to do, but you're behind closed doors. Nobody sees you. Nobody knows what is happening to you unless you tell them. And that's why I'm so happy and excited and grateful that this platform is there for me, is there for you. If there's an issue with you, you don't know how to explain it, come, sit, tell your story. I'm telling mine. Because as I was doing the research, I didn't know, I went into quantum physics. I didn't know which direction to go in. But I knew that somebody understood something greater than what I know or have, often to those type of studies, quantum physics. And I went there and I got a book. I ordered it from you know who, capital A. I ordered the book from them, Quantum Physics. And I got the book and I started reading about quantum physics. You're dealing with your area of your scientists, you know. And I started reading the book. I have it. And I studied it. And I started reading it. And I started seeing and studying some things about energy. About energy. What is energy? Well, I got the definition. What is energy? It cannot be destroyed, created, nor destroyed. It just transferred over. Now, I don't know all about the workings of how it's transferred over, but that's what energy does. That's your definition. Go look it up, find it. So I began to study about energy. And so because I was feeling a lot of burning on my skin, a lot of irritation, and in specific areas, and not over the whole entire anatomy, the anatomy at one time, but I would experience it here in my shoulders, on my arm, on my legs, on my knees. And so is that the cost of becoming older? Is that the cost? Well, I didn't sign up for it, but I have experienced it. And so I began to continue the research and looking up energy and magnetic, electrical magnetic rays and waves, and how it could affect you. And I began to look, in areas where I live, where am I? Where am I in all of this? You know, I'm in a little small gated apartment. I have a freeway nearby, gas station nearby, and all of this truly it is a commercial district. This particular area is a commercial district area. It's commercial, and I can truly say that it's different from a residential area. That's where I would like to be, in that particular type of area, residential. But right now, I have to deal with whatever I'm going through right here, right where I am. And so that's what I'm doing. And so I began to, when the stinging and the burning, I began to get cream to put on my skin and it soothed it. It stopped for that moment. It stopped the burning and the stinging. I mean, it didn't break my skin. It did not tear my skin. It didn't bubble up. It didn't. It didn't scar up. It was no wound on my skin or anything, but I could feel the energy that, or the energy of the rays or waves. Someone who's in that area of chemistry, chemicals, or whatever can probably insight you into what's really, what is that all about. But this is what I experienced. Energy, high energy. Everybody over here has what, your microwave, your lights on, your TV on, all the energy that's running through this place. And you have your lights outside that's on 24/7 every day. And then they come on brighter when there's a storm of lights. And so this is what I have experienced. You know, my skin is real nice because I use different oils on my skin, and my shoulders and back, and making sure that the burning and the stinging that I'm feeling, that it won't damage my skin. And so someone says, that could be sciatic, that could be your nerve. And so I don't like to run every time there is a issue. I have to run here to my PCP or run there, and because one back in, because one one physician, he told me, he said, "Lady, you got too many problems for me." And right then and right there, I say, what? I decided maybe I don't need to go when I got an issue going on. If it ain't no surgery cutting on, maybe I don't really, really might need to go. You can't do surgery on yourself, but you can OTC, over the counter, medicate yourself and find out what you need there. Thank you. So this is what I do. I take care of myself. I check up on myself. And today is a good day for me to even want to come and just talk. Just talk. Thank you. And so I'm sitting here, and I'm letting you know that the research that I did, the looking up of what is happening, what's going on, and I may not help everybody. I may not have the same issue that someone else has, but somebody has experienced this thing with the, because I'm talking about this thing every day with my family. I'm talking about this thing every day, so it has to be real. This is not a figment of my imagination. I Sometimes I feel like I'm in the wrong spot. I'm living in the wrong spot. You know, I might need to move around. That's my next uh, come up. Maybe I need to move from here to, not to a bad place, but to a residential area, because that's where I've been practically all my life, is in a residential neighborhood. And it came down to, they had to renovate where I was. They had to renovate. They had to come up to speed, up to code of bringing their residential house in up to code, up to part. And so that's why I had to come here and move around. I had to come here and be. And so I've been over here. It'll be practically going on 5 years. Coming up September, 5 years. That's a long time. Well, I'm a person that bees in one spot for a number of years. My old spot, I was there for 10, and other spots I'll be there 15, 20 years. So you understand. So I I just wanted to talk about it. I want to get it off my chest. Just air myself. This is the way I feel. This is what I've been doing. I've been putting oil. I've been putting cream on my skin, keeping down the burning and the stinging. It doesn't crack. It won't. My skin does not have any wounds on it or anything like that. But I can feel the energy that's circulating, and how I may feel a sting on my knees and on my legs or on my side. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And sometime in life, some things happen to you to get you talking, get you speaking. Like get you saying something, getting you moving. Moving in life. Sometimes you might need to move around and say something. But it's all good. I got through it. I got through those tough moments. Wasn't easy. I think I shed a tear too. So uh, don't think that I didn't share a tear too, because the pain, it hurts. It was burning. It was stinging. When will it all end? So I had those kind of moments too. But I feel so much better when I can come and sit and talk about it to someone who might be listening, saying, I have a situation that I might like to talk about, you know, because your family definitely get tired of you complaining. You're saying some stuff like, I don't know what you're talking about. As long as it's not happening to you, no one knows what you're talking about. That's why I take care of me. And I'm telling you, take care of you too. But if you can come and you can talk about it and you can tell someone that what you are feeling and what you're thinking, and it does, I don't know, it does the world some good. This is not for everyone. This is for those who have experienced this thing, to say, I too have been going through something, and I just want to share it with you. I want to share it with you. And so I analyzed it. Sometimes in my life, I had to analyze my situation. I had to look into it. I had to stop and think about it. I had to figure out, okay, now what? What am I going to do about it? Because you can't bring this thing to your friends continuously. That you can't bring them to this to them and want to continue to talk about. Girl, didn't we talk about that last week? So with that in mind, with a platform like this, you can come. You might the way you feel last week may not be the same way you feel this week. You may feel greater or better. And me, I'm on a natural high. I'm on a natural high. I'm not trying to paint myself like, I don't know, a saint, but I don't smoke and I don't drink. I love exotic fruits and tastes of that sort, but for as drinking, that would kind of conflict with, you know, keeping in touch with my feelings, how I feel. So I don't mix alcohol with having a taste bud for alcohol. But those who do, look, I'm not knocking anyone for having that taste bud. There's nothing wrong with having a good taste bud like that, because a good drink, because even I tell you, in time past, my mom used to tell me, look, you need to drink you a good beer, have you a good drink. But I realized this here. It mainly be something else that's is in conflict with, the way I feel. And so, but she was right. She said, well, look, my doctor told me a good beer wouldn't hurt you. But sometime in life, you have to experience and go through some things that life take you through, a journey, and you go through these things. And then when you talk about it, you feel so much better. You feel great about it. You say, well, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you a story. I'm just telling you what I've experienced, what I've gone through, This is not like it's for everyone, No one probably has experienced this thing beside me. Well, look, I'm not the only one. This is a great big universe. And somebody has been through something. And somebody knows something much more than what I've experienced. But that which I've experienced was my experience. And really, I wasn't too happy about it. I wasn't I wasn't like raising my hand, sign me up for it. No, I didn't want to be signed up for this. This is not what I wanted to be signed up for. But it got me out here. It got me out to the platform. I came here to share and to say and to acknowledge myself, acknowledge that you out there, I'm here, something is going on. We can communicate, we can talk about this thing. You may have something to talk about. We can talk about it. How are you feeling? How you doing? Be expressive. Maybe, like not being obnoxious, This thing that I feel like that I've gone through, I've never heard of this thing, I just can't lay it on. This thing is like, I've spoke about it to those who are around me, it's really like it's an unseen thing. You just feel the pain, the hurt, And then once I get through talking about it, saying my little say and do, I might get up and go see somebody greater than me. To see a physician, but I'm not running there. That's not my first stop. My first stop is not to. I've been to my doctor, but my first stop is not to run to every doctor. I'm trying to find somebody. No, stop, research, look it up, find out what's going on, and Google. You might well love Google because Google got all the answers. They'll let you know. It's not recommended by the FDA, but you can look into it and find out what you might need to do. So that's it. I experience this here on a daily. And I had my phone beside me, and my phone went into another mode, and it began to update itself. And I looked at it out of one eye, and I seen it was at 24%. And I'm saying, what is going on with my phone? I haven't even touched this thing. And it's updating itself all by itself. I said, well, I didn't touch it. Then I looked at the phone when I got up this morning, and here I had to touch this thing about slide up and it'll start off. I tell you, this new age of electronics is really amazing. I mean, this thing is, I've been into the field of computers for a long time, but today, AI and all of this, Gemini and Alexa and Echo, it is the one that's amazing to me. It really is amazing because the reason why I say that, I was just finishing up. I'm going to take you back a moment. I'm going to take you back. I was just finishing up high school when they were coming out with your cable. They were signing you up for cable. They were just getting into paid TV. Television had been free for a long time. And I was coming out, I remember I was coming out of high school when they were talking about, oh, uh, you're gonna have to pay for cable, Showtime, the movie channel, all of those channels, which did bring some a new light to television. There was some good movies there on TV. But I remember when it all happened. And I was saying, I'll never pay for television, you know. But, when it really all came together, you had to step on in there and get with the program. And I did. Found out it was good. It was wonderful. Sign up for HBO, Showtime, Cinemax. Well, that was a while. I was coming out of high school when they were saying, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have to pay for uh, cable," and people were saying, "Well, where we gonna get this extra, extra conversation, extra dollars? Where we gonna get this extra money from to pay for this stuff?" But people found a way, and it was good. Because I was in there saying to say, no, I don't think I want it. And it was for years. It was years. It wasn't like years, but everybody taking hold of it. Everybody taking hold of cable TV, Cinemax, HBO, Showtime, the movie channel. Everybody taking a liking to it. It became a thing of the future. Then once you got off into it. Then what came next? Computer, AOL, American Online, computers. I really remember making a what is that? I made my own page. Now today, I got to go back and I got to remember all that stuff. It's what it was. It was free at that time. You can make your own page. Well, today you can. You can get the template and you can make your own. Come on and make your own page and and do things. But it's today. Some of it is high dollar, top dollar that uh, you have to pay to have. And give me time, I can do the research on it and come on with it. Got computers for dummies. I got the book. I can look through the book and find out what's up. But if you want it on the instance, pay somebody to do the job for you. You got it. So I just came to the platform today to talk about some stuff. This thing don't occur with everyone about uh about energy, energy and stuff. So that was so I tell you what, I'm gonna take a break. I'll come back. I'm glad you came and I appreciate you. Love you for coming and sitting. I thank you so much. I tell you what, you have a blessed day, a wonderful day. You take care until next time, and it'll be real soon. I won't make it a long time before I get back here to talk to you. Just different subjects or different things that I might have experienced, or different things we can talk about. I talk with you later. You have a great day, a blessed day, and God loves you. So do I. Take care.